Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Malinga Sise of Herbal Harvest Organic Farm. For all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, I am so grateful. And for those who are still new, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any upload. Share this video, comment in the comment section down below, and I will be so grateful. Today I'm super excited. I want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I know most of you have really saved money in this year to start some project, and I want to tell you that, or encourage you that, poultry farming is one project that you can look upon when you want to invest that money that you have saved. And I want to share with you some of the tips that you're going to consider as a beginner in 2025 to be successful in this project. I know most of you have heard stories, people saying poultry farming is not a lucrative project, it is not a beneficial project, it is a project that you can start and fail. And I know most of you have really started this project, probably courtesy of Malinga here, and it has not worked for you. But I really want to encourage you again and again that this project is a very lucrative project that I would encourage all the youth out there to start, all the sitting home mothers out there to start, all the men and women out there to start. And I've really seen the benefit. It has worked for me, and courtesy of the herbal remedies that we are all encouraging, it is even working perfectly well for me. So that is why today I want to talk to someone out there that, please, this is a very lucrative project. So if you have money that you want to invest, you can also think about poultry farming. And before we go ahead, I want us to go inside the farm and show you. I promise some of you that I'm going to demonstrate to you how you can check that this bird is laying and this bird is not laying. Most of you are really asking me, because last time I told you that we have 12 birds that are not laying eggs, and so far I've removed others, but I think I'm left with some few, and I'm going to demonstrate to you how you can know that your bird is laying and your bird is not laying eggs. So let's first get inside the farm before we continue. See you right there. Now I want to show you how you can know that your chicken is laying eggs or this one is not laying eggs. I'm going to pick at random. Let me pick this one. Now, when a hen is laying, okay, there are these two fingers. You will just do like this, and you put in between here. I think you guys can see between this bone and this bone. If these two fingers can enter between these bones comfortably like this, that means this layer is laying eggs, okay? There are these two bones right here, here and here, okay? Let me pick another one and show you. Now let me pick this one also. You just put two fingers like this and you try up like this in between these two bones here, okay? There's this part. If it can enter here comfortably like this and sit like this, just know this layer is laying eggs. But if you get a hen and you try to fix in these bones and even one cannot enter this here, that just know that one is not laying eggs. Now let me try. Now like you can see this one, in between here, you will find that if you try to fix these two fingers like this, these two fingers cannot even enter here, okay? This one, it is not laying eggs. Let me get another one. I have put marks on those ones which are not laying eggs. This one is also among the birds that are not laying. So you see, in fact, this one is now badly off. Here, even one finger cannot enter here, in between here, okay? Just do like this. You see, these two fingers cannot enter. So that is how you can know your hen is laying or this one is not laying. And then also, the ones that are laying, when you try catching them, you find that they will always bend down like this one, okay? They will always bend down. You go to catch a bird and it bends down right away, okay? You find that those ones are laying eggs. So I hope we've all seen how you can check for the birds that are laying and those ones that are not laying eggs. Now back to the topic of our day, the tips that you're going to consider as a beginner to become successful in this project. The first one is that you'll first have to choose the type of birds that you want to deal in. Do you want the broilers? Do you want the layers? Do you want the crailers or the local birds? Okay, me here I have both the layers and then the local birds, but I would say that if you have enough money, please go straight to the layers, because I have had layers for all this time and I've seen the benefits of layers. Now currently the prices of eggs are still low. Actually in the month of November and this December, the prices of eggs went down, but that is only 2 months in a year. And for someone whose birds started laying in March like me, and the birds were performing perfectly well, you realize that you don't even feel that that gap, that the prices of the eggs are low, or the money that you're getting is a bit low, but all in all you still get the profits. So I would say, please, if you have enough capital, go straight to layers and start with layers, because this is a project that once they start laying eggs, you'll eat the money for nearly almost like 1 year plus, or even 2 years. Now, like these birds, we are going to watch them closely and see whether they will lay for the next 1 year up to the end of next year, because I'm planning to sell them in the Christmas of 2025. So this is our demonstration of farm, and I want us to really learn from these birds. So that's why I would say, please, if you have enough money, you start with layers. It is a very good project. And then also, I want us to look at the companies that we are going to use for getting these birds, okay, where we are going to get these birds from. So many of you have been asking me for the companies that I've used, or where I got the birds from. Okay, I wouldn't want to mention them there, but I've really recommended to you some of the few companies that I know are legit. And I know when you go there, because most time you pay your money in advance, then you wait for them to give you the birds. So I don't want you to pay for the birds and at the end of the day people disappear with your money. So that's why you have to do a background check to see which companies you're going to be using for giving you this day-old chicks, because with the layers or the broilers, you'll have to be getting the day-old chicks when you lay them off. So please, we also have to be very, very careful on the companies that you're going to use to supply you with these birds. And then if we talk of the breed, here I have the Lomond Brown, but I've also talked about the Isa Brown before, because I have also had Isa Brown and they were performing very well. They were disease resistant, but the Lomond Brown is also doing perfectly well. I think most of you got interested in this project because of this particular breed that I have. This is the Lomond Brown, but we also have the Lomond White, and those ones who have them also say they do perfectly well. But sometimes I think it is not also about the breed of the birds, it is also how you take care of these birds. And if you're really so consistent and you're really following the right guidelines, trust me, those birds are going to perform. So please, let us really be very, very consistent on some of these things. And then also I want us to consider these herbal remedies, because personally I really use only herbal remedies. Some of you have asked me that should we use also these other modern medicines alongside the herbal remedies? I would say no, because if we use the two, we shall not understand very well which one is working for us. I would recommend, if you've decided to use herbal remedies, let us specifically use the herbal remedies and let us leave the modern medicines. I've been doing the vaccination, because these birds, when I brought them, I started with the vaccination, but I told you that the next flock we shall not vaccinate the birds, and it is now 6 months I've not vaccinated these birds, and yet the birds are still doing perfectly well. So let us really be so consistent when using these herbal remedies. That is where most of you are going wrong, especially those who got the motivation from me and started this project, and now your birds are not still doing well because you're trying to mix this medication. You're using the herbal remedies, you're also giving the modern medicines. Please, let us stick to herbal remedies, okay? And then if we talk about the biosecurity in poultry farming is very, very important. You must put a foot bath at the entrance of the farm, so that once someone wants to enter the farm, at least they disinfect their feet before entering the chicken house, because there are so many chicken diseases that if we make these birds prone to them, they can easily get it, and it can spoil the whole project. So that is why I would say, please, let us be so vigilant on biosecurity. And then when we talk about the workers, please, workers in this project must be trained. Don't just bring workers from the village and you let them enter the farm, start working in the farm when they have not got the training. This project is a very delicate project in a way that these birds can die so easily, okay? Especially now the layers. When you step on it, it will not even make any noise. You'll find it dead. You'll find when it has gotten broken. So these workers should be sensitized how they're supposed to handle these birds, how they're supposed to feed these birds, how they're supposed to give them drinking water, how they're supposed to clean the drinkers and the feeders. Please let us train the workers, okay? So if we do all this, we shall realize that we are going to move at the same pace and our project are going to prosper. And then when we look at feeding in poultry farming is very, very important, especially with these layers. They just don't feed on anything, okay? Their feeds must be mixed according to their age, okay? Once you bring the birds, just know you have to give them the starter feeds. That is for the young birds. Then when they reach a particular week, you have to keep changing the feeding. And as you start this project, you have to learn all these things, okay? Don't just bring the birds and start feeding them anyhow. Layers, you must feed them according to how it is recommended. As the same applies to the broilers. Even with the local birds, they need also to be fed well, okay? So as you're planning to start this project, make sure that you plan for the feeding of your birds. You learn how to mix the feeds. For those who really want to mix the feeds by themselves, plan how you're going to mix those feeds, learn it, and make sure that you do the right thing. In that way, your birds are going to perform well. That is feeding is one reason why some people's birds end up not laying. Even up to the week 22, you'll find that the layers are not yet laying eggs. But if you feed the birds well, trust me, those birds are going to lay well. Those birds are going to lay big eggs, okay? So please, let us consider feeding as one major thing in this project. And then drinking water. These birds need water. At all times, the chicken house must not be without drinking water, okay? This is where most farmers go wrong, especially those who use workers. You'll find that sometimes these workers get so lazy in giving these birds drinking water. And when you enter the farm, you'll find the birds have been feeding, but there is no drinking water. These birds will gain weight through drinking a lot of water. These birds will lay big eggs through drinking a lot of water. The birds will be healthy through drinking a lot of water. And this water must be very clean, must be free from chlorine. So guys, let us really consider all these things. In that way, we shall all be successful in this project. And then when we talk about the chicken house must be constructed in a way that it is well ventilated, it is enough for the birds. The floor must be cemented. You can see my floor is not cemented, and you see how these birds have scratched the floor. It is really having so many holes here and there. So once you're constructing the chicken house, make sure you construct it in a way that it is very comfortable for the birds. It is well ventilated. The rodents cannot enter inside the chicken house. We saw 2 days ago, I've been dusting the birds because the birds have a lot of fleas. If these rats and cats keep entering the chicken house, even these wild birds or even the local birds around keep entering the chicken house, they will get fleas, and you really get so tired dusting these birds. And even these fleas will lower the production. The birds will be sick. Even at the end, your birds can end up dying. So please, the chicken house must be well constructed, at least 4 birds in 1 square meter. I've talked about this before, but for the beginners, please, let us consider 4 mature birds in 1 square meters. That is how you're supposed to construct this chicken house. And then you, the owner of the project, you must have the love and the passion for this project, okay? If you have the love and the passion for this project, trust me, whatever comes your way, you will handle it, okay? You should always also be present at the farm. For those ones who are doing it as a part-time job or a part-time project, please, or a side business, at least once in a while you must be available in the farm to see what is going on there. Because if you do not know anything about this project, how will you be able to train the next worker to come and work in the farm? Because these workers, they keep coming and going. So if you, the owner of the farm, also do not know some of these things, trust me, it will be a bit hard for you. And then for those who are really going to majorly use the herbal remedies, all these green vegetables that we use at our homes, you can chop it and give to the birds. That will really help your birds a lot. That will supplement on their feeds. So if we really want to be successful in this project, let us really follow all the things. Let us follow the guidelines. Let us watch the old videos that you've missed watching. There's a lot to learn from there. And for those who started the project and it was not successful, please start it afresh and really be consistent on the herbal remedies. Follow the guidelines and let us observe biosecurity at all time. But otherwise, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I want to say thank you for all the love, all the wonderful support. Let us push this channel to 100k subscribers and I'll be so grateful. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and I'll be smiling. See you next time. I love you all. Bye bye.